Welcome back, everybody. It's MKG. I'm coming at you guys with another video. We're going to be discussing, well, a few things basically. We're going to be talking about the Epstein files. We're going to be talking about the California situation with this, basically everyone trying to, protest and all that. But yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, throw a thumbs up, subscribe, share this with a friend. It will help. Just to spread the knowledge out there and to be aware and just to have a brief understanding. Okay, so this had came into my mind. If Trump had released the Epstein files, do you think California would start siding with Trump? Well, they already have released the files, but there's only 3 names that I guess there wasn't in release. Then you got the Diddy files. But with all that being said, we got people protesting. A lot of these people don't even look Mexican descent. They don't look Hispanic or Latino. And they're over here in these protests. And look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't mind anybody. Mexicans, we're not gonna discriminate with color. But when you start bringing violence and putting that on our name, that doesn't make us look good. And with all these other people protesting, I don't think it's gonna, you know what I mean? You look, all I'm trying to say is right now, the California situation, they're really, I mean, I don't know if the protesters are going to stop. The ICE raids seem like they're going to continue. It seems like they're just getting started. Northern California, be prepared. Anyone in Northern California, Southern California, if you guys are not from here, and this is not to be racist, but you might want to consider. Look, I'm only gonna say consider heading back and trying to come back legally, only for the fact if you mess around with the United States, you'll never be able to come back to the United States. What? Look, people have the freedom of speech to go and say stuff about California and all that. But why don't the Mexican people stand up to the cartels and all that? They won't dare. They won't dare to. But they'll do it to California because they know they're trying to. California. Look, America as a whole, they ain't stupid. That's why they got congressmen and everything. With California, I mean, we do have. I mean, I'm Mexican myself, so. I mean, but the thing is when you have 21 million immigrants flooding through the border and you're using them for labor only for them to just be sent back, it's kind of sad. They come here to start from the bottom up just to, and that's why I say if you guys really want to build a better life and, But as of right now, tensions have to be good with every country because right now, you seen Iran had attacked Israel. I told, I didn't, look, I honestly, look, I didn't tell you guys. I had a feeling though. I haven't been posting, but I had a big feeling Israel had attacked Iran bad, where Trump was saying he had nothing to do with it, this and that. So I'm like, okay, you know, probably like, and I don't think he did have anything to do with it, but I guess they had shot 200. I think it was around 250 missiles, and not all the defense, because they have defense, to deflect the missiles to where they're going, to throw the missiles off so they don't directly hit. But Israel had got hit. It seemed like, and rest in peace to everybody that had lost their lives on that day. I pray to everybody. Honestly, and it sucks because it's on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's like a war that they don't want fixed. And the thing is I don't think Israel, as much as people hate Israel for some reason, Israel cannot lose, especially to Iran or any of these third world countries. Because you want to know one thing, all these other countries that are part of BRICS, like say China, Russia, and all these others, I think there's like 81 countries that are with BRICS. They're all gonna praise, and you don't want that because, and I'm not saying for the people that are the bad Iranian people, there are some good people, but under the regime that are under under the ruling that they are, they're not doing anything good for them or necessarily the people. Um, October 7th, you know, it just looks like they have a lot of money to do things. Number one thing you guys gotta be aware of too is sleeper cells. Sleeper cells, if you guys don't know what sleeper cells means, is any immigrant that probably came from, and I don't discriminate really, but you never know. Some people just don't like America. I love America. I was born here, but sleeper cells are those immigrants that come and they just want to destroy it, like for example 9/11. Prayers to everybody. That was one of the most devastating things ever. We have so many people in America, it's not even funny. It's literally kind of just, the more you think about it, the more you stressed out you would be. That's why, like, these raids, I don't mind them, like I say, but they better go after the sleeper cells because there cannot be another attack on the United States ground. And there's been so much chaos on the news, people getting shot. I mean, it's the summer. All right, like we're in 2025. It's already the summer. It's June. Um, but people are getting shot. Think, I mean, good on the bright side. I don't think like the fentanyl has been. I don't do fentanyl, so I wouldn't know. But they say that it's calmed down, which really seems like it. I mean, I don't drive by LA, Los Angeles, because that's where you'll really see like how bad it really gets. Um, it's just really I think someone really had to step up the plate, step their foot up to the plate. You know what I mean? Or, step up and really do something about it. Cause if, and that's the thing. I don't know. I can't. I'm not saying I support Trump even after all this discussion. I'm really just gonna say I just want to see how this 4 years is gonna go. I understand he's a businessman. He's been around for a long time. He's got a lot of haters, a lot of people that support him. For me, I've never met him, so I can't have hatred for someone I've never met. For what he's doing to our people. When, look, uh, if you guys do your research, you guys will see that Mexico has sold the state of California, the state of Nevada, and believe the state of Arizona for $15 million. Was it corrupt? Well, maybe. $15 million ain't, right now. I think California generates some. I don't know. I don't know if they're generating in the billions. But California is the biggest state where they're making the most money, and that's where a lot of the Mexican, because a lot of people. That's why I say, because it's across the border from the other country. So you got Mexicans coming to America, and then you got, you know, they're working hard for their, but as things get more expensive, people just don't have time, and it's all about what you want to do. If you're really trying to just be rich and have no kids and just live a peaceful life, you know but then when you got the wife and the kids, you tend to forget. um then college, the interest is crazy. Right now, look, I feel, and then the thing is Trump, he really wanted to send out the Marines. He has a way. I feel like he has ways of getting more Marines and police officers out there to do their job. Reason why I say this, and look, they're wasting your energy. Be prepared for more protests if you guys are gonna head out there, and if you do, I support you guys. Be safe. But they're waiting for you guys to drain your energy, only to come back at you, boom. You know, with whatever crime you guys, And that's the thing, like, that's why I say most Mexicans, they're protesting peacefully because, and the only reason some would get violent is because some of the videos that people have seen of, ICE just throwing people in trucks. That's pretty crazy. There's been so many ICE deportations. I've seen them take a kid. Um, man, it's just, and I didn't vote. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I didn't vote for Biden when Biden was running and he won. I didn't vote for nobody, and I didn't vote this time. But for me to be able to see what both are, well, Biden wasn't in a war at the time, and he had got himself into these wars maybe because of they, the wolves, they sense weakness. Biden didn't know what he was doing. Sure, $1 billion, okay, little deal. You got visas coming in. All right. You got, and then now it's the literally we went from a Biden economy to a 360 back to normal, and people are freaking out for the simple fact. Well, Trump's already ran for 4 years. We've seen how it was. It wasn't. In my 4 years of Trump running, I don't think I really had. I don't think the economy wasn't as bad as it was right now. And then I had seen when they hadn't tried to impeach him, people try to say he's a felon. I'm not gonna judge anybody. Only how Tupac said, only God could judge me. You're gonna leave it at that. You know what I mean? Cause I don't know. And am I gonna be stressing about it? No. But he is calling the shots for the United States at the moment. So the United States people were, you're either gonna have to agree with them or you're gonna have to stand up, because I don't know, and ever since he got in office, there's been a lot more healthy foods. There's been a lot more army recruitments, like trying to recruit people all around. I think they're trying to recruit people so they could get people healthy and active, so you could have you know a good look. When you come out, you guys are gonna have money. You guys are gonna be respected, that you guys served for the military. Serving for the military is not bad. Being a part of the Marines is one of the best lines of work out there. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. We need people in the Air Force. We need people that are in. I know people that are in the U.S. Navy, active members and retired veterans. So in the Navy, people make jokes. No, it's tough. It's tough, And then they got the Army. You choose your branch. You know what? If you really feel like it, I'm not gonna force nobody into a war. But fight for feel. Look, all I'm gonna say is just go with your gut feeling. Fight for what you really feel for. Because at the end of the day, we're in a tough predicament. I kind of thought it was already a tough predicament when Biden was in office, but now that Trump's in office and he still can't. You know how he said he would end it in a minute, and it's been how many days or weeks? Now the people feel lied to. You know, Elon Musk. I'm pretty sure he'll be able to make a comeback. Him staying away from Trump. Um, I don't hate the guy. For me. There's no reason. I don't even drive a Tesla. I don't hate Elon Musk. I mean, Elon Musk. He. I mean, solar and all that. It's different. It might not be the best. People love their gasoline cars. This is off topic, but at least someone was there to make a change. He reminds me of Nikola Tesla. He's a modernized Nikola Tesla. He tracked all that, you know, that cash, and then his days were up, and now we don't hear about him. But I'm gonna leave you guys with that. If you guys have any other questions for me to, respond to, feel free to ask. Drop a comment down below. I'm gonna hit you guys with another video pretty soon. I just wanted to let y'all know how I feel about this situation. You think Trump, you think he could let those those three names off the list, or is that too deep, and is it gonna those three people have to be protected for everyone to go to war? Are these three people are these three people being protected that are on the list, or even the people on the Diddy list? All these people, the politicians, are they all being protected just so they could fund the war and make profit out of it and have us fight it? Look after yourself. Stay fit, stay focused. Go where your mind and your gut tells you. I'm out. Peace.